Hello everyone, it's your girl Tanya with Books and Brown Liquor. Thank you so much for tuning in to another chapter. Now this video is going to be brief. I only read 3 books in February. So this book is my February book wrap up. Thank you again for joining. Alright, so February I only read 3 books. February was kind of hectic for me. I started a 4th book, didn't finish it because I kept getting sidetracked with other stuff. But today we're talking about 3 books. The first book for February was The Chain by Adrienne McKenty. Basically, in a nutshell, this book is about a kidnapping ring that exists in different suburbs across America. I don't even know if it's the world, but I know it's different suburbs across America. Hence, The Chain being the title of the book. So you have a character who is on her way to an appointment, and she gets a call that her daughter has been kidnapped. And basically, the whole theme of the book is, what would you be willing to do in order to get your kid back? Would you break the law? Would you kill? Would you, I don't want to say too much, but basically in a nutshell, what would you be willing to do to get your loved one back? And I said in my book review video, the mother in this book, she went from being a suburban mom to gangsta real quick. So clearly she followed the assignment, okay? But yeah, so it's about a kidnapping ring that really takes place under our noses in suburbs across America. And it's called The Chain because when it's your turn, meaning when your kid is taken, when it's your turn, you need to do whatever it takes to keep the chain going, or else you and your kid die, period. So the stakes are high, and I enjoyed it. I was entertained. When it comes to kidnapping books, I think it's a little jarring reading about kids being kidnapped, but it is what it is. I didn't love this book, but I was entertained. So I would say this was like a 3 for me. So we're moving on because I don't have a lot more to say about that. So the next book, The Watchers by A.M. Shine. This is folk horror. This is creepy ass story that takes place in, I think, Ireland, like the countryside of Ireland, you know, like whenever you see videos of Ireland on TV and you see all those rolling emerald hills and all those trees, and I'm pretty sure fairies live there. Like, that's how fucking majestic it fucking looks on TV. Well, these people, you have a small group of people that find themselves trapped in these woods. They are trapped because they find a nice place to hide so they can stay alive. But basically there are creatures that come out at night. You can only go out during the day. There are creatures that come out at night and eat them. So if that ain't scary enough, these creatures look like tall, sinewy, long arms, claws, but they look like deformed. They look like a bad imitation of a human because they have the ability to, I guess, shapeshift. They have the ability to shapeshift. So it's really jarring to see a creature coming after you and it kind of looks like a fucked up version of you. So it's creepy. It's creepy. I enjoy creepy ass stories in the woods for some reason. So I liked it. I think the story was original. Some of it, is it believable? I mean, come on, it's creatures in the woods that eat people, so you know what I mean? But I enjoyed it for the originality, the creepy ass atmosphere, because the atmosphere is very atmospheric, okay? But there's a plot twist that kind of catches me off guard, or catches you off guard, and then the ending, it kind of leaves you a little creeped out. So I can't really say too much, but I did enjoy this book. I really, really like this. I would say this was like a 4 for me. So would I read more of this author? Probably. Because, you know, folk horror, that's my shit. Anyway, moving on. The last book of the month, The Housemaid's Secret by Frida McFadden. Oh my God, you should see Facebook. My Facebook book groups, people were going nuts over this book. Okay, the question is it as good as the first? I say yes. But as I said in my book review video, I think the first book they both have plot twists, but I think the first book had more shock value. Like there was shit where you read it, you were like, oh shit, you know what I mean? In the second book, there's some shock value, but there are plot twists. There are plot twists, and the plot is good enough to keep the book going. But like I said, the first book was more shock value, like, oh shit. And then the second book, yeah. So anyway, I'm into the book. I ain't even talked about the character. Our main character is Wilhelmina. She goes by Millie. She is a maid. She's working for another rich family, living in New York, working for these, pampered, rich ass, what's the word? That word, pretentious. These people are so pretentious. Like there's literally like a scene where like this mom is walking down the street, pushing a stroller, dressed like Posh Spice. Like, bitch, you're at the park. What are you doing? Like, why are you wearing leather? It's just crazy. Anyway, so it kind of pokes fun at like pretentious rich people. But anyway, Millie, once again, she's working for a family. She can feel that something isn't right in this house. And then when she discovers something's going on here, she finds herself caught in a very sticky situation. That is all I can say. Okay. But Millie, I love that Millie. Millie don't take no shit. And if you read the first book, you know what I'm talking about without me saying it, because I don't want to ruin it. But Millie don't take nobody's shit. I don't care how big or tall you are. Right. And I love that about her. Like she's awesome. I love Millie. But I enjoyed this book. This book was a 4.5 for me. And I have to say, I'm going to be honest with you, like Frida McFadden, not my favorite. Her writing style, for some reason, when it works, but some of her books I'd be like, eh. But her writing style, it works in this book. So I hate to say it, as much as I be talking junk, I did enjoy this book. I enjoyed it very much. And I love when a second book comes out and it really hits. It really hits. So I'm happy. And I recommend it. So if you're a fan of Frida McFadden, and if you read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, go ahead and read The Housemaid's Secret. I recommend it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I wish you good reading. Bye.